Hi everyone, today we are going to discuss this particular question. This is a cost solution question. So we have a problem here, and the problem is mentioned in the statement part of the question. I'll read that statement part. Many working people get little or no exercise either during working day or in their free time and have health problems as a result. This is the problem. They are having health problem as a result because they have no exercise or little time for exercise. Because of these two reasons, this population has problems. What type of problems? Health problems. The working population of today are not at all doing exercise, and if they do, it is inadequate. This results in many diseases. This is what the statement says. This is a problem. We need to analyze what are the reasons for this particular thing. Why people are not doing enough exercise. And what can be done to solve this problem? So we have a problem which is stated in the statement part of the question. And we do have two questions. One thing, what are the reasons? We need to analyze the reasons for this issue. The second thing is that the solution. Quite simple, it is understood. Now, the introduction, which is highlighted in the green. It is very common nowadays. It's seen very common these days that majority of the working population are not getting adequate physical exercise these days and are found morbid often. So often they are finding themselves in difficult situations. Some sort of mental or physical ailments are there. Because majority of these population are not getting enough exercise. Some of them are not getting exercise at all. Okay. There are two possible reasons behind this. And the problem can be solved only when the individuals take primary initiative. So we have a problem here. It's presented in the first sentence. And the second part of the introduction says there are two possible reasons behind this. And the problem can be solved only when the individuals take primary initiative. So when the individuals are taking primary initiative, then only this problem can be solved. Two sentences. Introduction is over. So what we are going to say in the essay, it is in the second part of the introduction. What exactly is the topic? It is there in the first part of the introduction. That's it. We don't need further explanation there. Some of the students write a detailed thing in the introduction. So we don't need any explanation in the introduction. Just say, address what's the topic and tell what you are going to say. That's it. Now, what is the first possible reason? The first challenge before these people for failing to do exercise is because of the lack of time. They find themselves in a difficult position, that they find themselves, they don't have enough time. To be precise, these days, the working situations have become more competitive and secure. So we can say this is the fundamental challenge. What's the fundamental challenge? Lack of time. To be precise, Job sector has become competitive and insecure, and they're required to stay at work for longer hours. This is an example. A recent report says that many employees are failing to maintain a good work-life balance because of the toxic work situations. And this is another thing. The time they spend to and fro to commute to work reduces their availability of time further. So this is another problem there. So this is optional. I can, because my word count exceeded 300, so I need to cancel this particular point there. It is there to give some strength. I think that is enough. The time is enough. That's it. Now, I have summarized this paragraph as lack of time. Because of the lack of time, people are failing to do exercise. The working population find themselves in a difficult position to come out and do exercise there. Now we move on to second. The second reason which can be attributed to the situation is because most of these people see exercise as a second priority. To be clear, this is the thing here. Now, the second reason is a fundamental challenge. Exercise as a second priority, this is the problem. To be clearer, to be precise, to be clearer, after a hectic work schedule, they would be more interested in to either relax or engage in some entertainment activities rather than straining their bodies. This is the thing. Even if they do some exercise, that would not be regular, and if it is, the time they spend would be inadequate. And this is because they have other priorities in their life, and not just because of the ignorance regarding the importance of exercise. They know the importance of exercise. It's not because of that. They have some other priorities in their life than exercise. So that's why they are not doing exercise here. So two reasons are summarized. The first reason, the second reason. It's explained. Examples are given. Now let's move on. This is a solution. We have two challenges. Addressing the first challenge, a working individual should make use of every available opportunity to be physically agile. So he needs to explore the opportunity, every available opportunity to make himself physically agile. For example, an employee can walk to his office or climb stairs instead of using an escalator. A short walk after lunch is also preferable. That is the opportunities. He can climb stairs. He can walk to the office. All these things are the opportunities before a working staff. The second issue is to inculcate some interest among these people about regular exercise. This can be done by constant motivation, which should primarily come from the mind of the person himself. The constant motivation should come from the person himself. He needs to say that I need to exercise. Not from any external sources. If I am telling another person that, yeah, you have to do exercise, you have to stay healthy, you know what? The person has to admit himself. He needs to understand that this is a problem, and a constant motivation should come from his mind. So he will be solving the problem by then. Others, like employers, should also provide a fitting environment for their employees, the appropriate environment for their employees, like the availability of gyms or swimming pools or something like that, to encourage them to do some sort of exercises. And to conclude, it's clear that the basic reasons behind this lack of exercise among today's working individuals is personal, and they themselves can rectify the problem to a great extent with some sorts of external support. So some sorts of external supports plus internal efforts from the person. This can solve the issue. So we have addressed the challenge, the reasons for the challenge, the reasons for the crisis, the reason for not doing exercise. That is the lack of time and prioritizing. And these two are personal. So that's what we have summarized in the conclusion. So they are personal, basic things are personal. And they themselves can do that, it said here, with some external support, that is employers, they can support. Thank you. And that is the end of the session. Have a nice day.